Raiders just coming back in. Those that want to own race bikes and take them a run out without the pressure of racing, they have parade laps. Mixture of bikes. Track experience. I think they get 2 outings a day, like same as we do in the racing. Hi Sharon. So the scooters, I think, yeah, just lining up on the grid. I can just see a couple of helmets through the gap there between the XL Moto gazebo and the tent. The grid just behind there. Green flag to start off on the warm-up lap. So this is your second Supers race of the day. See if anyone can stop John romping away with this one. Mr. Bristow made a valiant attempt last time. He managed a lap and a half before John caught with him. Jim is back out in Group 6, but on Drew's bike. Drew had a little off over on that back section there, same place I crashed a few years back. He's okay, a bit of a bang to the elbow and a bit of a grazed bike. However, it was in the production race. His production scooter went up in the air, landed nose first and folded itself in half. So Drew's out now for the weekend, so with Jimmy's Group 6 bike being broken, the camaraderie in the Team DSC has lent him his Group 6 bike. He won't score points today, but he can get used to riding it today, and then he can ride it tomorrow in Group 6, where he will be riding for points. Nice to see everyone pulling together to make sure those that can get out on track do, those that can't be, and those that offer the loan of a bike. Just when you think about it, when you see the crashes and things that happen, it's no slight thing lending someone your bike. But everyone trusts each other to that point where it's, if you need it and I've got it, you can have it. Sort of spirit's what keeps the scooters sport racing alive. So they're lined up now on the grid and we should be waiting for the lights just down there above the white VHRC van. Will Dave get the whole shot again? Lights on and they're off. Look, oh hey, look, who's that? Damon's got away in the lead, I think, by the look of it. And the Warren Wilkinson Galera runner. Let's see how long he can maintain that. So Dave cuts up the inside of Damon, but Damon's on the power, got a better line. John's right on up, the pair of them, 3 of them. All going shoulder to shoulder, and Jimmy's even involved in that one. There's 4 of it, 4-way scrap. Damon got sat up there. Dave's got bolted a bit. Jimmy's got through on Dave. It looks like John the Greek, then Damon, then Jimmy, then Dave Bristow. Look up to the top section now, says check. Should be able to see enough shoulders and helmets to tell you where we are. So expect to see John go through first, yeah. Then it's Damon, and then there's 3 of them. Dave Bristow looked to be in the middle of it. You'll see him come back out now from behind the barriers, and it's John out in the lead, followed by Damon Yates. Dave Bristow hauling him in under braking. Who's that in front of Jimmy? Is that Scott? That could be Scott Thompson. Could be Scott on the Group 6 Chisel Speed Lambretta. Yes, it is. That four-way scrap now moved back a place for second place scrap. Dave Bristow first in that scrap, then Damon Yates. Scott going around the outside of Jimmy. Refer back, we've got Gary Smith. Kale on his production Vespa. Michael Lester on his DEA. I think he's running the DEA. He was in the last scooter, but he had quite a big off at East Fortune. It was now a different colour, so it's obviously been through the being fixed. Graham. Happened there with Graham, he's not usually that far back. So your lead group coming down now into the hairpin at the end of the start finish straight. Still not bothered to look at what the corners are called. I'll tell myself off and then have a look after this one. Still got one more today, one stock race to come. So John now stretching out his lead on the number one bike. Dave Bristow in second place. Scott and Jimmy still scrapping. Damon stuck in the middle of it on his auto, and then Gary Robinson on his auto giving chase, open them lot up, scrapping will hold themselves up a little bit for him being able to get onto the rear wheel of them. Aidy's not out in this one. Just swapping his clutch over on the 4E, ready for the last stock race of today, which may go over to tomorrow yet, but we're getting through the races. It's only 20 to 4. Hopefully we'll get through the full programme. Michael Lester and Rod Shipley. Rod will do well to get on the back of Michael and follow him round. There's Graham. He's had an issue at the start, I think, Graham, because he's going well. Got lead group going down there. Scott went past Damon and Jimmy into the hairpin, but will he get the exit? It looks like he has. So John coming through in the lead, using all the tracks onto the curb. That line through there, wider line to avoid the bump on the inside. You see the darker patch of tarmac on the inside. If you hit that, there's a little bit of a bump in there. Gary not able to catch up to that group. But Jimmy's out in front of Scott again now. That one keeps swapping positions between the two of them. Had a great scrap last year on the production scooters. They're both scrapping on the Group 6 bikes today. Not for points, with Jimmy being on a different scooter to what he qualified on, but racing's racing. You don't want to give an inch even if it's not about the points. Michael and Rod come through. Graham's now caught back up with them and starting to carve his way through on the beautiful number 2 machine of DSC, the Group 5 Lambretta. John's already back with us. Right, singing along nicely. Dave Bristow still not far behind him. He's on that raggedy edge. Yeah, Jimmy's still in front of Scott at the minute. Scott's bike, Jesus Christ, that rear end was wobbling as he went through there. Could have kept it pinned though, knowing Scott. And Gary. So we've got John Holt being chased down by Simon Palmer. He'll be second in Group 5, I believe. Dave out in Group 5 on this one. Up in second place overall. Gary Smith going well. Seems to have found some mojo this weekend as Gary, which is good to see. You can always see when someone's mind's in the game the difference it makes. This sport tends to be 90% all in the head. When you're feeling it, you fly in, and when you're not, you're stuttering all over the place. As John comes through, Michael gives him wide berth. John not pushing quite as hard. He's obviously had a look over to see how far in front he is. Dave Bristow now coming up on the back markers. He took the tighter line there and he saw the rear end skip as he came out of there. Again, Scott's bike snaking on acceleration coming out of that left-hander. Gary's still going strong. A bit of a lonely one for him, but he's going well. Right out on the curb using all the track. It looks like Simon Palmer's got through on John Holt on the Falk small frame. Then we've got Tim Simpson on his production scooter, Team DFC. A lonely one for Gary as well. It's going well. Nice line through there, nice and steady. So John's got through on Graham now to lap him, and Graham trying to use John to pull him along a little bit. We're catching up to Cale next. Oh, Jimmy up the inside of Dave. Dave will look to repay the favour coming out of there, but Jimmy kept it nailed through there. That was a good, clean move by Jimmy. Dave will be looking to get revenge at some point, but Jimmy's got a good 5 or 6 bike lengths on him. Just kept it pinned through that second left-hander there. John Holt definitely trying to get back on terms with Simon Palmer. He's catching him, he's going for the round the outside, but Simon's got the inside line, gives him no room through. Going offline, just rolled his speed off a little bit for John, but he'll be trying again. We look back, expect to see John anytime soon as Gary comes through. Go on, Gary. And here comes John. You can see how he avoids that darker patch of tarmac, John does. He does send you wide, but Graham's now involved. He's getting lapped. But Dave is in front of Jimmy again. This is where Jimmy got him last time. He's right on the rear end of Dave, but Dave's able to fend him off, going into the right-hander up to the back straight. But I think Jimmy's just cut up the inside of him going into the right hand. Let's see as we look back, see which one of them comes out first. As John goes through, then Gary, back marker. Who is it? Yeah, it's Jimmy in front of Dave. John Holt again looks for that faster, tighter line to get round Simon Palmer. Was he done it this time? No, Simon just holds his line, keeps him from getting past. Some good scraps all the way down through the field on this one. See Dave trying to outbrake Jimmy into the hairpin. He'll settle for a better drive, and he does. He gets it round him at the hairpin. Got up the inside of him, got a better drive out. Your leader comes through. He ain't cruising, but he's... So as you scrap, Jimmy looking up the inside again. Oh, these pair will be loving it. Because they're both trying to get round Gary, either side. They've both gone round the outside, but I think Dave's just got cut off a little bit, which will give Jimmy the 5 or 6 bike lengths again. Gary Robinson comes through. Michael Lester and Rod Shipley now getting company from Simon Palmer and John Holt. John Holt sees that he saw that gap, because I think Simon had to roll off because of Rod the back marker, and John's just pounced on him and he's off. He's gone round the outside though. I'm not sure that's going to work to get round Michael. And Simon looks up the inside and takes him back. John's got it all to do again now. Clever racecraft from Simon Palmer there. John's still at full chat, so we're still on a live lap. If he doesn't catch them two, they'll get another lap to go at it again. Jimmy's now in front of Dave, dragging his knee through there. He's really on it, Jimmy is. He's doing everything he can to not let him get away. Okay, all looking good through there. A slight roll off into that left and back on the power. Out wide on towards the red and white curbing on the outside. Gary Robinson goes through on his 6A auto. So this scrap here between John Holt and Simon Palmer. John's now starting to gap him a little bit. The extra CCs and torque that the Group 6 Umbrella has over the Group 5. And that's it. So it looks like Jimmy managed to hold off Dave for second place overall. We'll not get points for it, but I've enjoyed that race. He gave it the full beans and got rewarded for the bravery. Great race by all of them at the front. Jimmy will be even more thankful he's been loaned that DSC Group 6 Lambretta. Now he's had a race like that on it. I think Dave Bristow will have been in third, John in first, Jimmy in second. A good ride from Gary. So that's it for the Supers racing today. We've got one more race to come, hopefully, if time allows. It's 10 to 4, but I think we should hopefully get through the programme and have ourselves another stock race for the end of the day. Stand by for the low speed notifications on your phone and come back and join us for some more fun shortly. See you soon.